Hi, everybody. Welcome to
everybody. I did not get my traditional count in or anything like that. No.
Hi, welcome to Alex Can't Do Things.
Screamed numbers at me. Hi, everybody.
Oh no!
Imp is asking you to tell us more about Target, Ilea.
I definitely can tell you more about Target. It's where I buy all of my nerdy stuff.
God damn it!
I have to pick up some things for grading tonight because I have 4 hours of final exams to proctor today, followed by grading, and I still have 7,200 words left to write.
Woo!
So,
Hi,
I'm
everyone.
here.
Remember when we used to play an RPG?
No.
What's that like?
Channel? Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore. Now we just talk about crazy stuff.
And occasionally screw up openings, like I just did. Hi, that was my fault. This is what happens when I try to redo OBS on my end for Realms, and then entirely fuck up.
It looks like... Oh, good, he moved. It looked like I had an orange triangle tattoo, but it's just a cat ear.
So, hi everybody. Welcome back to Realms of the Wild,
God damn
our
it, Alex.
custom RPG set in a strange version of the Breath of the Wild universe. And the people below me are crazy. But so is me. So, you know, we have that camaraderie.
You subscribe to this nonsense.
Yes. Please subscribe and support our insanity.
Please, we're desperate.
So, announcements. Because we really, really enjoy having the MVP poll in the chat now, and it has nothing to do with Elias just not putting it up on the Zelda Universe Twitter.
I feel like this is a conspiracy where Elias doesn't want me to be able to promote the MVP poll on Twitter anymore.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Platoons?
Yeah, feel free to vote in the MVP poll that I don't think that took, did it?
No.
It did not. I probably got the command.
Oh no.
No.
Hi, welcome to the show where everything breaks. It's that, that one, like how last year we had that one stream in December that nothing worked? Welcome to that. Again.
Well, you know what? I can do it the old-fashioned
The most
drawpoll.com.
wonderful time of
the year.
I hate everything.
We'll just have another musical episode until Elias can figure out how to fix things.
that won't go poorly.
Just
So
make it the office
while
is
that's
fine.
going on, other announcements. There's not a whole lot of change going on at Zelda Universe. We're just kind of trucking through things right now. I do know the Hyrule, or not Hyrule, I'm sorry, the Ocarina of Time dub has released at least one more episode. Are you guys on episode
I think it's
3?
episode 2. We're working on episode 3 because when we announced our podcast episode last week, everyone's like, "Where's the dub?" And I'm like, "It's being worked on. Calm your face." They were harassing one of our other community members, and we're just like, "Guys, this shit takes time. Do you know how a production works?"
No.
No, explain it to us, Alex.
No, please don't do that.
Let me tell you something. This takes work. All this shit takes work.
Pierre wasn't there last week.
I was here last week. I was streaming for Smash.
Please vote for
What happened
Zelda,
last
the
week?
only one who has
We
no
didn't have an
followers.
episode last week.
Not going up on
Or the
Twitter.
week before, I meant. I mean, the last episode. We
I
had
was here.
Kiri wasn't there.
Yeah, Kiri wasn't here. I was here, but we ran into Daisy's new character.
Anyway, so go ahead and vote in that.
Remember to vote for Zolta.
Guys, it's been a hell of a week for me. So if I see out of it, it's probably because I am. any other announcements? Obviously, again, the ZU podcast has released at least one more episode.
Yep.
And the other shows and stuff on Zelda Universe are great. So let's return
Oh,
to the
crap.
realm of the wild.
Can't
can
wait
at least
to see
do
what
that.
happens.
Hey! I at least did that!
This is going great.
I feel attacked, Elias. How dare you?
It's my job.
If anyone in the chat would rather help me write a paper, just let me know. That can be the stream today.
So anyway, and I had it pointed out to me by someone that may or may not be watching. Apparently, I say "so anyway" a lot.
Oh yes.
Let's count how many times you say so anyway throughout
don't
the
wanna do
entire
Well,
length of like
This should
our
not-
series.
Don't
Was
make this a
made
drinking
to Turn
game.
it into a drinking game.
No.
It's-
No.
But I fear alcohol poisoning.
I
So,
mean, do it with moderation.
It's also really early in the morning.
That's also true. I'm also just recovering from
we
a hangover.
cannot
so...
condone and highly recommend against turning that into a drinking game. So anyway,
More than just needs mimosas.
back to the game. Last week or last session, you guys had started going into the Death Mountain, trying to find the Goron City that Eruna was familiar with being there. As you guys went through, you found various little pieces of more technology with which Kess was able to pick up a piece to study, which surprisingly kept her occupied and relatively quiet for like 2 hours.
Go
It's almost
figure.
like I was doing something.
So as you guys got in, you came to a place where it was fairly obvious a cave-in had occurred, and while you were there, you suddenly got attacked by hundreds, if not thousands, of mechanical tektites.
And we all died.
The
Yeah,
end.
everybody died except Kess, because I don't kill characters when their players aren't here.
Wait, what? Everyone died?
Yeah, it's all new characters.
We're all ghosts today. We're in the
Yeah.
Welcome to World of Light, the game.
I'm the Goron now.
I'm
It's
gonna
all-
go back to bed now.
It's all pose. So as the situation was getting worse, Eruna was able to blow a hole in the wall, and you guys were able to escape after being saved by a woman that the rest of you guys had no clue who she was, but she seemed to have some connection with Pierre because she called him by name after you guys escaped down this side tunnel.
Ah, this is one of your
Mm-hmm.
past
Yeah.
trysts, Pierre.
Mm-hmm.
That was funny.
No comment.
Oh my god, am I right?
Ooh.
So
I was just being
picking
ridiculous
up
because I'm
where
tired.
we left off. And it says, and she's very hostile with Pierre.
All
so
she
should
did
get
was like,
along.
what did you do? I'm like, I did nothing.
But she knew
So-
the truth.
Does she?
She does.
We'll find out.
So coming back to that, she's putting away her katanas and kind of brushing off the dust from the collapse that you guys just caused to keep the mechanical tektites out. She as she's doing this, she turns to you. She's like, how many times have I told you? You have to be safer. I can't always be there to save your ass.
Oh, is this your mom?
In my defense, There have been a lot of things that I've had to deal with by myself. I did not expect to see you in this cave.
Well, when you just went up and disappeared on me, I went looking and unfortunately got trapped here. So if anyone is to blame for this, it's you and your little bardy, traveling minstrel ways.
Oh, definitely a lover.
Are you saying this out lound?
I
Yes,
hear Zelda and Cass like talking.
We are
We're in the peanut gallery over there right now.
Just so I can be like, enough for the peanut gallery.
We're just mumbling back and forth. No.
Yeah, Cass is like definitely a lover. Zelda's like,
And finally, you see some of the anger kind of fade from her face, and she comes over and just kind of puts her hands on your shoulders and looks at you for a couple seconds, and then she just gets you in a big like bear hug and says, I'm just happy you're safe.
Okay, good to
This is, and she kind of pushes you away. She's like, this isn't the kind of place that you can just wander around. You should know that, Pierre.
Yeah, I know, but it's been a long couple of period of time. How much time has passed in this series so far in this game?
I think it's been about a month, right?
Yeah, a month or two.
Okay, it's been an interesting month, let's just say. There's this, it's how I met these people behind me, this peanut gallery. There's been a lot of weird stuff.
So she turns to you. She goes, "Thank you for protecting him."
It was
Zelda
more
just goes,
protecting
"You're welcome."
ourselves,
Hey,
but he was also there.
No, Zelda just says, "You're welcome."
wow, I feel very attacked.
I'm not trying to attack you,
before
Peter.
you
If I was
say
trying to do
anything,
that, I would throw a
Pierre.
bomb at you.
That is accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You should know by that by now. Jeez, you don't know a lot.
I mean, I didn't hear the rest of that comics. I was
Oh
just
my
looking
gosh,
at
did I
something.
break Elias?
No.
You laughed.
If you broke me, I would be on the floor.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I got you to laugh, which is a feat for me.
Pierre
So,
feels attacked about being attacked.
I'm always.
I
I
can
always
see
feel attacked
that.
about being
Like an
attacked.
enemy attacks him, he goes, "I'm feeling really attacked right now."
So, I guess the best thing is I can explain to her what just happened for the course of the month of like, so listen, I was in a field, I got attacked by a guardian, I thought I was gonna die, I found this portal, I ran through it, I met these guys.
He rolled around with Cass a little bit.
She's gonna think this is.
But Cass landed on top.
Yeah, that's the only important thing. And then we went on adventures, and we went into this like temple, and all of that.
There were shadows.
Now Pierre is reading a whisper from the DM.
Sorry, I meant to send that a while ago and forgot, but
Yuri, I appreciate you.
You wanna be on top?
That would probably be funnier if I had ever seen an episode of that.
just when
no.
Kiri makes references, just laugh
Just
and go,
laugh.
"Ah."
Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
I mean, I do the same thing, and I just get weird looks at work. So hey, but yeah, but I've been capable of, I've gotten some good company, but it's been an interesting couple of
Hey.
weeks.
What was your name again?
I think we ever heard.
His name is Pierre.
No, not you. You.
This is
Well,
Maria.
but Zolta just assumes that he's forgotten Pierre's name.
This is Maria. Maria, this is everybody. That's Eruna, and that's Zolta, and that's Kestrel. Yeah. The brains, the magic, and the rock. basically.
I am a rock.
Are you an island though?
Hey, have you
You're
seen any
Goron,
other
isn't it?
rocks around here? And by other rocks, I mean not rocks that I eat, but rocks that walk around like me, like Gorons.
So Gorons. Have you seen
She
Gorons?
just
Yeah.
she
I was trying
kind
to
of looks
fit
at you.
with the
She's like,
theme.
"Yes, we're in one of their tunnel. You're not very bright, are you?"
That's why I say he's a rock, Maria, and
Well,
not
I'm
like the
kind of-
braids.
I'm kind of like, tannish, so that's not really reflective. So I'm not very,
I would
physically
say
bright.
don't
That's
insult
what
the
you're
guy
asking.
who could smash you with his fist, but he probably won't notice you're insulting him.
No, this
I
is
know.
weird.
I've done it multiple times.
You have?
He's not.
No, Eruna.
I feel like that's a lie.
God damn it,
Look,
y'all.
the bomb thing he made is real cool, guys. So maybe you should just be a bit nicer.
Well, I'm still working on it. It
Oh.
doesn't shoot yet like Atticus's thing.
Yet.
Hey,
Wow,
maybe you can help me
that's-
with that. I'm having
That's
trouble
not
with
dark at all, Imp. Because if you cracked a Goron open, would it be like a Geo?
We can find out.
only one to find out.
I was gonna say the same.
Like serial killer talk right there.
Zelda approves.
I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Well, see, because like Pierre just said in a weird and fast way before he trailed off and looked off to the side, we like
So
I'm
subtle,
from
Elias.
from another Hyrule, where Gorons are like the tunnel isn't blocked like that. At least not that I remember, because it had been a couple years since I've been there.
And as you're talking, she just gets a more quizzical look.
don't think
and
about
she
it too
turns to
hard.
Pierre. Is he okay?
No. Short answer. I don't think any of us are.
Well,
It's horrendously complicated, Maria.
Anyway,
Not really. We just found that there are multiple worlds and we are able to travel through those worlds, but apparently only we are able to travel through those worlds. Anyway, there's a bunch of rips throughout the entire universe, and
Well,
we
there's also
essentially have to fix
Again,
it.
it's
And-
complicated.
Rayak can travel between them too, but we haven't seen. him in a long
maybe
time.
I should take you to the Elder.
Yes.
The Elder Goron.
Voice.
Yes.
So many old people.
That would be really nice.
Okay, let's go this way. So yeah, I
Walk this way. Sorry.
went looking for
this
you, Pierre,
way.
after you disappeared one night, and unfortunately, I wandered a bit too close to those tektites, and well, I got here, and was able to. I just so happened to come across a Goron patrol before they sealed that opening again, and haven't been able to leave for obvious reasons. And as she's talking, she's leading you guys down. Just it seems almost random, because the tunnel every so often will have offshoots of it, and sometimes she'll pass by one, other times she'll just take a turn, and she seems to know where she's going, but to anyone else it's just random turns.
Does it look familiar to me, or is it random as well?
This is completely unknown to you.
Okay.
There was a tunnel here, but it was a mine shaft. This
Cool.
I mean, you can kind of in your head see that it's slowly curving you towards where the heart of the city used to be. But beyond that, this is
Okay.
brand new. So she continues going and goes, so how did you guys do you guys protect Pierre as well?
By
Yes.
default.
Yes, we do.
Pierre, I will never understand
I'm
why.
sorry. Like, so you are supposed to protect Pierre?
Yes, that's
Pierre, are you actually like a big deal?
No, we met years ago, and he was defenseless, and
Aw,
so I
so you're
saved
not.
him.
She's not your lover. You're her puppy.
It's when he still had like his down feathers, right? His little baby.
Oh, no.
Aw.
Did you know Pierre when he was a baby?
No, it's only been a few years, and I mean Pierre is technically older than I am, but I mean
Yeah, how am
he
I the
was
puppy in this
defenseless.
situation? I'm older than all of y'all.
Yeah, but
So
you're
I-
a
I-
puppy.
I protected him, and we
Rude.
became fast friends. And I mean, have you heard his songs? He's very talented. So
I think I heard one once.
safer for us to travel together because I could fight and he could he had
Give
better
inspiration.
vision than
Okay.
I did. So he generally saw things before I did. So
Were you the one who gave him his accordion knives?
Yeah, those are cool.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
It's
The
beside,
knives in his
it's-
accordion that slide out whenever he wants to fight.
I'm sorry. What are they talking about? Pierre?
Elias, god damn it.
You're welcome.
Pierre, you don't tell people about your knives? That's the best part of you.
I know. I mean, I liked you a lot better once I realized you had that ability.
Yeah.
Pierre, and now she's kind of stopped and she looks at you and she's gotten very serious. Pierre, what are they talking about?
I'm so happy.
First of all, fuck you, Elias. Secondly,
I'm sorry. Is it our fault you've been deceiving some person for some reason that
Well,
you
I was like, so full disclosure here. When I got the whisper about, because you basically threw the whole whisper out of the bag. Thanks, Elias.
You're welcome.
You know, basically, it was, she's never seen anything. Did the stuff that I came across, you know, in my backstory, Jody, did that happen after we separated? Or was it just there and she never knew about it?
The basics of it are, you guys kind of got separated shortly before the modern part, like the part of your backstory that happened right before the game started. You guys got separated before that, but you spent a few years with her and just kind of never led on to the fact that you had any ability
Weapons at all.
to defend yourself. You just really kind of leaned hard into the
So,
bar
like,
aspect.
the blades were there, but, like, I never showed them.
Yeah, you could have defended yourself. You just
Chose
didn't.
not to.
Let her. Yeah, you let her believe she was your
Great.
protector.
Great.
Not our fault.
It is Elias's fault, not yours.
You played this wrong, man. You're in this hole.
I didn't play this wrong. You threw my secret out.
I didn't know it
but-
was a secret.
But how are we supposed to know that you being able
So,
to defend yourself in one of our favorite things
She's
about
looking at you, and she looks a mixture between anger and pain as she's looking at you. Like, Pierre, what are they talking about?
So, yeah. At some point before I met you, I was sort of traveling as a bard and happened to run into a group of bokoblins near Hatina Village. And, you know, because I can be somewhat crafty and because I'm agile, I can somewhat do some sort of defense sort of maneuvers. I tried doing them with music. That worked. And then was able to disarm them, hide their weapons under the accordion, and then stab them to death. And so, yeah, my accordion now actually is modified so I can have these. And I just go, shing!
And as you do that, she grabs you by kind of the scruff and like arm checks you into the wall. You could fight the entire time?
While this is happening, Zolta comes up and goes, "Not to interrupt, but Pierre, I do like you more now," and then goes away.
She lifts up her shirt, and
Gonna-
there's a relatively
Gonna lean
large
on
scar
Zolta.
along her lower rib cage. She's like, I almost died from this.
Oh,
and you could have
shit.
helped?
You're an asshole.
I mean, I stand by my statement. I like him more now.
Who the hell are you? And then she just kind of drops you and continues walking.
Who are you?
So, on the list of things that you probably should have told us about before we got here, that definitely would be one of them.
Maybe one of those times you were too busy being quiet, you could have mentioned this.
Mentioned what?
What to say and not to say about in front of people.
That we should pretend you're helpless?
I didn't.
Oh, hey, you got quiet again.
I swear to God, you were 3 seconds away from me trying to like kick your face.
Trying being the operative word here.
He's made of rock. I might break myself. I am feeling very attacked, Imp. Thank you for asking.
As you guys are sitting there, she's getting further and
Oh,
further. away.
I'm gonna follow.
Goes
Yeah,
around a
follow.
corner. Y'all will be lost.
I'm gonna follow.
Yep.
Because I don't want to get separated from our navigator.
Zolta's strolling after them.
And I'm gonna come up the back, I guess.
So the silence
I hate
is
all of you.
almost deafening as you guys continue going for another like 10 minutes, and suddenly because the tunnel that you're in is only lit by the torch that she's carrying. So you guys are just kind of walking and take a turn, and suddenly you're almost blinded by light as you wander into this incredibly large open cavern. And as you guys all look around, you see hundreds of Goron on multiple levels going up hundreds of feet, and you can see tunnels going off from where you are, and a large a large kind of ceremonial looking door on opposite where you guys are coming in, and Eruna, you recognize this as the Goron City, and for the most part, it looks very similar to what you remember. Aside from you do notice the Gorons themselves, just something seems off about them, and you don't place it for a couple of seconds until you realize as soon as you guys walked out of there was all the Gorons looked in fear towards you, and that's not something you're used to seeing Gorons do. You guys tend to be a proud, kind of optimistic people, and seeing them kind of shirk away, and a few Goron warriors come forward with large clubs and shields, to looking like they're protecting, but it's just the energy and the attitudes of the people around you are
On edge.
beyond that. They look broken,
Good, great, oh, good.
and that's not something you've seen in your people. So as you're sitting there, Maria is standing there, and she kind of turns back. I have to report to the elder. Wait here, and she runs off.
Okay, bye.
Was that really necessary for you to tell her about the knives?
I didn't know that you didn't tell her.
Yeah, that sounds like a personal problem.
I mean, how are we supposed to know that? By the way, in this world, everybody thinks I'm a completely helpless person and am not actually useful in a party.
In fairness here, there is a reason why I try really hard to not tell show people that I can fight.
I mean, that's fair.
But you didn't tell us the reason.
Told to us. Who have been with you for quite a while now.
I didn't feel like it was relevant.
How is that not relevant?
It's relevant now.
It's the only reason Zolta lets us keep you around.
That's true.
The only reason?
Yes.
I'm not gonna say it.
Not for being a good drunk friend. Not for being a good drunk friend.
Look, I don't want to say this, but Zolta's kind of a bitch. Oh, it happened.
You know what, Cass? You may not want to say it, but we can all admit it's true.
I like you. You're frank.
At least she's not Frank. She's Zolta.
Yep. And this is Gary.
Yeah. Wait, Gary or Jerry?
It's Gary in this world. Jerry had to stay behind. I'm not okay with it. Let's move on.
Okay, moving on.
For the record, if any of you ever meet people that I knew before you met me, you can tell them whatever you want about me.
For the record, if we meet anyone who seems to know me, don't say you know me.
Oh, okay. How do we explain that you're walking with us then?
We'll just tell them about the waiter story.
Yeah. You ever run into any other Zora, just pretend like you don't know me at all.
Okay.
As you guys are having this conversation, two Goron guards come up and they go, you seem like you haven't been here before. You specifically, and they point to Eruna. We don't recognize you.
Yeah.
Is there another Goron settlement somewhere else?
It's really, really far away. And I'm from that one, which is kind of like almost really like this one, but a little different. They're not as scared over in that one.
We aren't scared. We are the proud Gorons. And the other one goes, no, actually, we are kind of scared. Have you seen the monsters out there? He's like, you know, that's kind of right, but I didn't want to admit it to just strangers. Well, he's obviously not a stranger. I mean, he's a Goron, so he would know why we're afraid.
Everybody kind of flinched whenever we came from the,
Huh.
You guys.
I didn't realize y'all talk the same. I thought.
Yeah, a lot of people have a hard time, figuring out which one of us is talking. We tend to have a similar timbre to our voices. Yeah, that's what it is. For some odd reason, we can tell the difference. Maybe it's just because you're not a Goron.
Yeah, it's really hard for non-Gorons to tell differences between other Gorons. Like, a lot of people can't even tell if a Goron's a boy Goron or a girl Goron. It's really, really difficult. By the way, my name's Eruna.
Hi, Eruna. My name is Korn, and this is Billingsworth.
Hi, Korn.
Billingsworth!
And hi, Billingsworth.
Yes,
those are good, strong Goron names.
Traditional Goron names of Korn and
Billingsworth.
Can
My name is Rito in origin. My parents were actually very good friends with some of the Rito before their flying cities fell, so they gave me a Rito
about that. You're talking about the city over there, right? And I point to the giant city.
Well, you guys can't see it from
here.
We
can't see it from there.
It's on the outside.
Aren't we underground or something?
Yes.
Yeah, you're completely underground.
Yeah, so
I
we
thought there was like a
No, Elias. Jeez.
Sorry.
Also, I want to quickly point out before we continue. Imp in my head said Aruna's Google Maps really led him the wrong way. Eruna, you need an update.
No, what it was is he tried using Apple Maps.
Yeah, it led me into an alternate realm. It was
Apple Maps has actually gotten better, but we're not going to get in that combo today.
So anyway,
we got led here by hey, what was her Maria, who's getting the elder and letting
Oh yeah, no. Maria told us to come over here. Said
Oh,
something
okay.
about a stupid bird.
Oh, that's that one.
Yes.
That points to the
Must have
remote.
been you.
Yeah.
Oh, great. I'm glad. Thank you.
He's also the only bird around here, so.
We've noticed that. I mean, there are more birds around. Like there's a whole Rito City, but they're all dead. So
Oh, right. Yeah, the dead birds I forgot about. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's easy to forget about them because being dead, they don't really talk much. So
That's actually kind of the reason we're here, but I guess we'll talk to the elder about that.
no, that makes sense. We were
Mm.
told to come bring you guys to the elder, but we
Oh.
were having
Yeah,
such a great
seems like
conversation.
We're
we
in the
figured
middle
we'd
of
just
a
finish.
conversation
Okay.
between a bunch of Leos from that 70s show.
Yes, that's exactly what this sounds like.
Like,
I
when
need
you just
someone
had
to animate this with a
three
laugh track.
talking to each other, and I'm just like, oh god, what is happening?
I need an animation on this stat. Thank you.
10
I-
PCs of animated love and care.
Okay.
Like this to be a fan fiction too, where
Well, I guess
I
you
need to
take
rewatch
us.
that series again. Apparently, God.
guess you should take us to the elder.
Yeah, we probably should do that. But you seem like a nice guy.
Yeah, but I also should talk to the elder as well because, well, yeah, it's a long story. I don't want to explain it more than once. Pierre already tried earlier and it came out really weird and all over the place.
Aruna,
without-
are you
why
done?
Maria was so mad because she
No.
seemed really mad and
Oh
called you.
no! See, I think
bird.
we accidentally told her a secret about Pierre. that
Hey,
she
hey,
didn't
hey,
know, and she
hey,
got
hey,
mad
hey,
about it.
hey, hey, Karuna, thanks.
Okay.
Oh, so this is.
He's kind of high strung for a bird. Normally the birds are a little more relaxed, and he's got like an accordion. We thought
Well,
he'd be kind of fun.
If you're talking about the dead birds, I think they're relaxed because they're dead.
You make a valid point.
I just want to glare at Aruna and just be like,
Take your legend
swear.
point, Elias.
yeah.
No,
while this is
Pierre
happening,
glares at
Zolta-
Elias through the fabric of reality.
Zolta is looking
Yep.
hardcore for some alcohol. Just like needs whiskey or something. Right
I now need whiskey. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
Well, let's go, guys. And they kind of turn so you guys can follow them.
Okay, I'm
Y'all
following.
are all why I have trust issues. Everywhere I go, I work here. God,
We're why you have trust issues.
mostly Elias, but
It seems weird to be like having trust issues when people who didn't know you had a secret broke your secret. Yeah, doesn't seem quite fair.
As you guys are going, Aruna, you're kind of looking around and
I hate all
you're
that.
noticing. You're actually starting to notice a few things because your family were merchants and miners, basically. You had you had quite a few of the merchants and things like that you just knew pretty well, like the other merchant families and things like that.
Yeah.
And you actually start seeing a couple of the shops that you recognize, and you're coming to a point as you're going where your family shop is going to be right there. And as you get there, there's nothing there. There's a storefront, but it's empty.
Okay, I'll hang back to talk to Kess. Hey, Kess. You remember?
Did you like that? I just.
Oh man.
What?
All
what
right.
did you just go like?
You know what? That's close enough to breaking Elias right there.
Hey, Kess.
Is-
You remember when you went to my Kakariko and saw all the people you knew, but they didn't know you, and how things were different.
Yeah, that fun existential crisis moment.
Yeah, that one.
You having one of those right now, buddy? You okay?
Not really, but I
Okay.
wanted to let you know that I'm also recognizing other. Am I recognizing specific Gorons at all?
There's a couple that you recognize them by name.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'm also starting to recognize a couple of the Gorons that I knew and some of their shops. And actually, that shop right there, well, the not shop over there, is where my dad's shop is, but it's not there here. So that's an interesting development.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Notes.
Taking all the notes.
As you point that way, one of the Goron guards just kind of glanced back at that point. He goes, "Oh yeah, that was that belonged to this great family, but about 20 years or so ago, they were out shortly after the great cataclysm, and this weird guy, like, he murdered them and their newborn kid. It was really sad because they were like immolated, and like I've never seen, or I didn't see it, but like I had a friend that actually found them, and it's interesting what happens when you set a Goron on fire.
What happens?
Yeah, what does happen?
Goron.
They actually like they actually kind of crystallize, almost like it's like sand.
Are they pretty?
When you hit it with too much fire, it turns into glass. Kind of a similar process.
Can we sell this?
Do you know who killed them?
No, I mean we're going almost 20 years ago. So,
Oh,
I mean
okay.
but it was really sad because they had this cute little boy.
Yeah.
And
You know his name?
you know, I don't, but I think the elder actually knew them because the father was a shopkeeper, but the mother was a miner, and she had authority issues. Like,
Well,
we
I mean,
kept
most
telling her that
miners
she's not
do.
supposed to go, that deep into the mines and that, but
But
she wanted
kept
to
going
provide.
in. Yeah. Mhm.
She wanted to provide for the city, and so she and the elder, kind of went at it on
Yeah,
a
she's
fairly
pretty good like that.
Do you know her? You don't look old enough to have known her.
Oh, it's complicated, but I know, her pretty well.
And they just kind of look at you weird and go, hmm, and then keep walking.
They're talking about my parents, Kess. It looks like me and my parents died 20 years ago.
I caught
Okay.
that. I caught
Yeah.
that. Yes. All right,
Well,
good.
it might have been me. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works yet.
Unconfirmed.
All the notes.
So as you guys keep going, you eventually get to this large ceremonial door, and they come up and they just go, and then the door itself just and starts slowly, sinking into the ground, not rising. You guys have to wait for like a really long cutscene that you can't skip.
Oh wait, we can't hit plus here. God damn it!
Hang on.
Wait. Z? No.
If we
You're
just
closer.
keep drinking, it'll seem like it takes no time at all.
I am closer.
Kiri just pulls out an Xbox 360. Wrong company.
It's an Xbox One controller, first of all.
Sorry, I saw the back.
It is for my PC.
That
I'm
is-
playing this game on my PC.
I also have that, but I also have a randomizer controller, so that's what I have near me.
I have my hands.
So anyway, I've got my 360 controller because my
Well, we're all
Xbox
heathens.
One
Big now.
controller keeps breaking.
We're all heathens here.
So anyway, you guys go in, and sitting on a throne, speaking with Maria, is a much larger Goron. He's got a thick beard, and you see a very large hammer kind of resting on the ground beside him. The hammer itself
Is not his penis.
is not.
But it is.
Put it out!
I'm a little worried as to why Kess is going, oh, so that's not his penis. Gotcha.
It's because
come
Cass
on.
is very aware of Captain Hammer.
It's true.
Remember when this was going to be a family-friendly show, episode 1? Yeah, that
No.
never happened.
You know, some families are still friendly to this show.
All right, Kiri.
But not all of them.
Take your legend point.
Yes.
So anyway,
Okay.
Pierre's just getting trounced on this
Yeah.
episode.
Yeah, this is the roast of Pierre
so
episode.
the hammer itself is easily as tall as this Goron, who's even larger than Eruna, and the head of the hammer is probably about half of Aruna's size. Like it's just this massive hammer. And so as you guys come in, the Goron sitting there turns to you and goes, Maria has told me that one of you is known to her, though the rest of you are new.
Yeah, that would be. You're
That
very
is
subtle.
factual.
You're very subtle, Eruna.
No,
that
I'm
would
not.
be. Elias, I swear to God. That would be me. Oh,
My brain just. I'm sorry.
What a suspenseful moment.
I was like,
Hey.
do I need to say something? It's okay.
While this happens and we're figuring things out, don't forget to go vote for Zulsa in the MVP poll.
Oh, yeah, I think you won, by the way.
God
Uh-huh.
damn it.
Yeah, go ahead and take your legend.
Only
from
one
that.
poll. Oh my God, rude.
Wow, my brain, like I cannot think of a single name, and I did not name this character. He was just the elder.
Well,
Elder
Goron.
Gandalf. Let's just say that.
we had Cumberbatch and Wheat show up in chat earlier.
How about the Elder Shire, something like that? Maxim. I don't know.
Why can't he just be Steve?
Steve, Elder
No.
Steve.
No, we have had a Steve.
Wait, have we?
Okay,
That was
Matthew.
That was Day's character, right?
It was Dave's character.
That's right. It is Steve. Jeff.
he
How
is
about,
I
how about
am
Elder Goodnick?
Yeah.
And we'll just make a nod to Corpse Bride.
I am
I haven't
Elder
seen.
Jeff.
Jeff. Thank you, Imp.
Hi, Jeff.
Hello. That person that she is saying is probably me. I just
Yes,
bow.
It's probably
we are aware of you, Pierre. Maria has told us many things about you.
Oh.
Though she tells me now some of those things may not be true.
In a way, yes.
However, we will get back to that. I have known many Arito. However, the Zora people are not one I have had contact with in many years.
Huh, me either.
So you are not here to reestablish contact between the Zora Empire and the Gorons.
That's a good question.
It's yes or no. You can just pick one.
It is.
Were you sent by King Zora or not?
I
We
was
were.
not.
We have nothing to do with any of the leaders of the realms whatsoever.
This is troubling to say the least. It has been 20 years since we last heard from the Zora. We have no idea if they still exist or not. We've been trapped in this mountain by those abominations that your people created. And he looks sternly at Pierre. We were also unaware that there were any other Goron settlements. You said your name is Eruna.
Yes. Did Maria tell you about the other Hyrule yet or not?
Shh.
And he just looks at you. What other Hyrule?
Pierre
Oh,
just
right.
buries
Okay.
his face
Well-
in his feathers. Just like, God damn it.
We're like travelers between different Hyrules. We think there's three of them. We're actually all from different Hyrules, and I'm from a different Hyrule. I come from a Goron City that's in Death Mountain, just like this, but it looks different and has like different people. Actually, do you remember the family that was killed during the
God.
calamity?
There were many families.
Right. I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Oh,
The,
Eruna,
Joro-
this may not be the time.
Joro and Aruni, and their child.
It's just gonna.
Yes, they were.
Moments like this
well,
now.
Aruni's your mother.
Aruni, Aruni. Yes.
Aruni, yeah, okay.
I'm sorry.
remember
I'm sorry.
Aruni.
Just so I'm clear, your mother's name is Aruni, and then you were named Eruna.
That's correct.
Okay, I just had to get that
Listen,
straight.
they couldn't figure out a name, so they just changed a letter and
Yeah,
called it
I
a
mean-
day.
No, they
Honestly,
changed
I'm not surprised with Elias.
2 letters. They changed 2 letters.
This is
I mean,
all that
I'm
we
fine
can.
with it.
This is all
It's
we
a
can expect
good
from an Elias character.
Goron name. So he goes, I remember Eruni, and I remember how much of a thorn in my side she was
Yeah.
until the day
Oh shit! You found her murderer.
we heard of her passing. We mourned for a week straight. As much as she did not understand authority very well, she always did what was best for.
Yeah. Do you remember her husband's name?
We're just going here, aren't we?
No,
Oh.
I didn't know him very well.
Well, long story short, the Hyrule I'm from, Aruni's my mom. And Joro is my dad. I don't know if that was her husband here, but where I'm from, they didn't die in the calamity, and they made it back to Goron City, and I grew up and then left. So anyway, that's where I'm from. It's like really, really far away. In fact, I don't think it's really possible for most of you to travel there, but for some reason I can travel here.
Well,
You are very confusing. Aruni.
I know.
let's just say that we've gone through very interesting scenarios over the course of the past month or so. A lot of it we don't entirely understand, but it is. We believe that there's a lot more linked to each of these different realms, where these alternate dimensions exist. We're still trying to figure out exactly what that means and how they connect. It seems that we're the only ones that we can pass through these.
So, your explanation for where you came from is you come from another Hyrule, but not the Hyrule that we know, and you're the only people that can go to this other Hyrule.
Yes.
Well, kind
Have
of.
you met
Well,
Gary?
This sounds super like a lie. when you
Pierre
say
actually
that.
is from this Hyrule.
No, I am from here, but we've been traveling throughout. These 3 are not from this realm.
Oh wait, I approve. Hang on.
Yes,
And then I
proof.
and then I reach
We
into
do.
my
Yeah.
bag,
We
and
have
then
a scribe.
and then I pull out like, all right, this is from a guardian we defeated in,
And as you
blah, blah,
say
blah.
that,
and this is where we defeated this.
instantly picks up the hammer, and it starts just swinging down at you and stops like right here. He goes, "Step away, small one. We must destroy."
No, it's not even alive anymore. It's just pieces. I'm trying to figure it out so I can figure out how to destroy them and take them apart. Please don't. It has so much research.
It's for science,
You start
Elder.
feeling very large hands start grabbing you by the shoulders. If you would like to resist them, go ahead and make me
I'm
an
a
agility.
slippery person. No, can it technically be logic? Because I switched.
Phrasing?
Gonna think her way out of it.
I mean, technically, I have that swapped, so
Yeah.
Aggressive logic.
aggressive learning.
Again, I need it on a t-shirt.
I'll let you do that.
While we're doing this, I'm gonna quickly go charge my watch so that something to do when I'm at work.
23.
Okay. So you start feeling them kind of close around your shoulders to forcibly move you out of the way, and you quickly dodge out of the way. So there's a hammer that is starting to swing up, and looks to be going to be coming down where you are. What would you like to do?
I want to gather my stuff and move. Hook shot out of the way. Boom.
Okay. So you pick up the piece of the Guardian, take your hook shot and just launch across.
Elder Jeff, it's okay. It's a dead piece of a guardian that she's trying to understand and research so that we can fight them better.
Kess is
It's
the
not a
logic
threat.
mind of.
But I know that
us.
you're scared of it because I've had guardians after me too, and they're really scary.
As have I.
Any piece of technology can be used by Ganon and his followers. Why do you think there's nothing in Goron City? Why do you think we have sealed ourselves away? Do you understand what you have brought to this place?
The way we could get around doing that is to figure out how we can recontrol it and make sure it doesn't get through Ganon's forces. That's what we're trying to do.
I didn't hear Carrie.
Oh. I see
Oh,
something.
now I can. I thought you might have been.
Oh.
No,
mute.
I just said a broken wire.
No.
But counterpoint to that, Elder Jeff, any piece of technology can also be used by us against Ganon.
I mean, if we're going by that
That
logic, literally
is the
any
kind
object can
of
be used.
thinking that led to the almost complete destruction of the Rito. Do you not remember the Titans? I
No,
totally did
I don't.
not before I said it.
But you know-
Go ahead and take a legend
Take a
point,
legend
Joey.
point.
Hey, goodbye.
Everyone
glad
go
you
watch
called him
Remember the
Titan here.
Titans.
I'm so glad.
I mean, you walked into it, so I'm glad you just fully
I was
committed and just went
really
for it.
excited. Did you not?
As I was saying it, I'm like, shit.
But you know what? It worked. That was then, and we can figure this out now.
No, that's what happened. We relied so much on your technology, and now there are 3 cities that are just mass graves for thousands
Don't you
of
think
Rito.
I already know that? It's
Ooh, he getting sassy.
Obviously you don't if you are still willing to use that technology. Corn.
You never responded to the whisper, so I don't know how.
Oh, I'm sorry. I missed it.
So I'll just say it. How much does he know?
You have never actually been to this city, so
Okay, so he knows. Okay.
he would at most he would know about what Maria knows because
Do I want to say anything here?
the only way he would have learned about you would have been through Maria. So he sits there and he says, Corn, lock these people up. They are too dangerous to let wander. And Corn goes, okay, I'm sorry, guys, but I've got to kind of take you away and lock you up because the elder kind of told me to do it. And, you know, he's a pretty good guy and he's a pretty good judge of character.
He
It's the
seems
reason
pretty
we're
good.
still
I
alive.
understand why he's scared. The Gorons where I'm from are pretty scared of Varudanya.
Well, I don't know what that is, but no, I do understand.
It's like our Titan, but different.
Interesting. So let's get going then.
Okay.
Zolta's just gonna try and like sidestep away.
No, this is bullshit. I'm sorry, but anything in the wrong hands can be used to harm people. If, for instance, some horrible person were to take that hammer of yours that you clearly rely on and were to use it on a small child, it would be used for evil. Would you then ban all hammers? That would be ridiculous. You'd
While
be
Kess is doing this, Zolta is sidestepping away.
That's true.
As
Hammers
you
are
sidestep,
technology.
you eventually brush up against something that feels like a curved wall, and you look up to see Billingsworth just kind of staring down at you, and he waves.
I mean,
I'm just gonna keep sidestepping around and see what happens.
Eruna here relies very heavily on bombs, and
Yeah.
he's not the best with them, but he's really intelligent when he knows how, like, what uses an explosion, despite the fact that other things seem to go completely over his head, but that's not the point here. Anyway.
We digress.
Kess is going to a full logical breakdown here. Like,
I am falling in love with Kess right now.
he used
You
those
hadn't
bombs
already?
to help us like get through things. But if those bombs were put in the wrong hands, or even in the hands of someone who didn't know how to use it properly, it would be dangerous.
If
To fear
Zolta
something
can't
just because
sidestep,
you don't understand it is completely regressive and is going to get everybody killed.
Zolta may start thinking about if she really wants to see what happens to a Goron when it's burned to death. If she can't sidestep.
Which, by the way,
away.
takes an extremely hot fire to do.
I
Yes.
have lightning.
No, like
Lightning's pretty
unnaturally
hot, man.
Struck by lightning. I will do my best.
I'm gonna start fiddling through my book and go and like pull up some of the schematics of like, I've been studying technology for multiple worlds and we're learning.
Silence.
No! I refuse to be silenced by another stupid person who refuses to acknowledge technology.
Zolta is turning on her life
people.
drain.
It's not helping you by hiding. It's not helping you by
One
shunning
comes
it.
over
You can't understand your enemies.
to Aruna and goes, "Is she always like this?"
Zolta is ready
Well,
to drain
not
the
like
life out
this.
of anyone who
Only
attacks
whenever you
Kess.
say science is dumb.
No, I'm jumping in. I'm supporting Kiri's argument here.
Yeah, Zolta's just, if someone attacks Kess, Zolta has her life drain on and is ready to bring him down.
The
Only
as
way we
Elder
can be
Jeff
successful is we
slams,
try to understand each other, even if that means understanding our
picks up
enemies.
his hammer and slams it into the ground, and you guys actually have to kind of catch your footing from just the shockwave of it, and you hear the sound of kind of like rock scraping against rock, and 6 more Goron guards come in, and he goes, "Take them
Just because we're out of your sight doesn't mean you're right.
You're
to the
making
cells. I will deal with them later."
You're making a mistake.
What's Maria been doing this whole time?
What?
What's Maria been doing this whole time?
She's
How you
a
solve the
little
problem
bit
like
confused.
Maria.
Maybe with different musicals.
Yeah. Maria.
Just met a girl named Maria.
Forget that
She
bird.
seems
He
very
gets a powder.
confused, but very much like even you could tell, Eruna, she's afraid of the elder, and you can't really
Got a big hand.
blame her. Like the elder from your time was not just a figurehead. Like, he's a very powerful warrior.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it looks like this elder is as powerful, if not more so. So
Yeah. Okay.
she looks a little bit worried, and she's just kind of stepping back, perplexed. Pierre, you notice more about her just because you know her. She looks scared. She looks confused. You've only seen her kind of freeze once, and that was when the first time she met you, when you kind of just appeared there and were about to defend yourself. She kind of froze for a second, then shook it off and protected you. Yeah.
Okay. So now we're all getting led away to Goron jail.
Possibly.
Bullshit.
Zolta's gonna try and be nice to Billingsworth.
What does that look like?
I don't know.
he kind of just puts a hand on well, he tries for the small of your back, but his hand is large enough. He just puts a hand on the entirety of your back and just kind of encourages you to move.
Unintentional groping?
Yep.
So are we
Back,
being?
not
Are
No,
we out of the room at this point?
Billingsworth, come here often?
they're starting to kind of push you guys away. If you want to stay there, you can. None of the Goron look to be aggressive as of yet, but they all have their weapons ready. But none of them look like they're in a fighting stance yet.
Cash
know what?
is just going to say
Fuck
a
it.
bunch of
I'm just
Like-
gonna say it. I understand why you're concerned and why you've been scared of those Titans and all that technology. I was there. I saw it.
And Maria kind of turns and looks. What are you talking about, Pierre? I guess we never talked about it. I assumed you fled one of the cities before they fell. I mean, I found you so close to what area are we in? Eldon?
Yeah?
I found you so close to Eldon. I just assumed you'd escaped from it.
I did. But not exactly that way.
Zulta, you have a reroll token from
Oh.
Pokemon 03.
Thank you, Pokemon 03.
Did Pierre mess up again? Why does everyone assume it's all my fault?
And Lykios, I have seen everything. It's just not the right time yet. Because it'd be awkward to do that right now. But it will happen.
I've seen what his power can do. I know what can happen with this technology, but that is my people's technology. We can control them. It's just being careful of making sure it doesn't get redone and re-enabled by somebody else.
I was there 25 years ago when your people came to us explaining how their great, powerful machines would seal Ganon away as they had 10,000 years ago.
Were you there when Eldon fell?
Of course I was.
Were
It
you
fell on my city. We saw your people have a party and a feast on the corpse of the Titan that was not yet dead, singing praises about how great you were and how powerful you were to be able to stop the Titan. And then the very next morning, you were all gone. I
We
lost
thought.
hundreds of my people in a single moment, had to cut ourselves off from the world because of your arrogance. And I will not let it happen again.
But that was poor management, not the technology's fault.
We didn't realize that Ganon could just try to infiltrate the technology.
No, you didn't. You never thought anything like that. You were so convinced of your superiority. You never thought what would happen when your machines were no longer yours. And that is why we do not allow any of that technology here. The Yiga clan is still out there. And they know all of it.
You're making a mistake.
I'm so sorry, guys. But Imp, take your legend.
This
point.
is why you use 2-step authentication.
Yep.
Facts. That's what the reader should have done. Well, you know what? Null and void.
Oh, well, in that case.
You know what, though? If it is two-step authentication, make sure that you followed, like...
Use your Sheikah slate. Use your Sheikah slate to get the code. It's fine. Use your face if you have it.
Maybe they had two-step authentication, but, you know, there wasn't a good troubleshooting factor if you lose access to,
That's true.
one of your devices. I'm not looking at Discord, but I'm looking at Discord.
I disabled that Titan myself. I know that technology. It's not
Right.
perfect, but we did it.
You disabled it.
Yes.
Who are you?
Is Pierre?
My name's Vara. Zabrito soldier.
Guards, take him away now. Prepare him for trial.
I take out the the swords. Like, I wasn't finished.
It doesn't matter. You are to be tried for war crimes.
I did nothing. I tried saving you.
That is the entire point. I know you, Vara. I know your team. I know exactly what they did during the war.
We were there to help.
And look how that turned out.
This was a war that we couldn't end up winning. All of my team died that day.
And perhaps it's time for you to join them. Maybe then at least some of the spirits of my people will feel at rest. If the person that was supposed to save them finally has to answer for their inability to do their job.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Hang on.
As you say that, you feel a hand on your shoulder, and you see Corin there. He's like, I really don't think you want to get involved in this.
No. I'm sorry. That logic does. No one uses logic here.
Zolta looks up at Billingsworth like, you're gonna probably want to take your hand off of my back now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just trying to lead you into the jail cell, but now that we've found Vara,
nice.
like, you guys might be able to just go.
You know, that's fair, but yeah, I like you. You're nice.
I like you too. You seem like a very nice fish person. I've never met another fish person.
God damn it.
You know,
all I see is Leo.
If you keep touching me, you're probably going to get hurt in a moment, and I don't want that to happen to you.
Hey,
I don't want that to happen.
Maybe we can all
I have a job.
Not hurt each other here and talk about this from the comfort of a jail cell.
No. Absolutely not. I'd rather not do that. Thank you.
I mean, otherwise they might attack us, and I don't want to attack my fellow Gorons, especially when they're just trying to, like, protect themselves.
Then let us leave. Through the hole we came through.
Let us leave through the hole.
Like,
Phrasing.
you don't want help? Fine. You don't have to have our help, and we will leave. And you can stay in your tiny little pit for the rest of your lives, because you'll just be piling more dirt on your head going, no, we have to reject everything. Because if you actually understood it like you understand people, you might actually be able to make progress. Empathy and knowledge are the same fucking thing.
I agree with you, Cass, but I think right now they're focused on the fact that Pierre's, I think, wanted around here.
All right, but can we go back through the hole?
Well, there's also a lot of tektites over there, so I don't know.
What are tektites exactly?
You know those like spider, like crabby things that like sort of
Mech
jump?
spiders, large mech spiders.
Oh, I can dismantle those.
Thousands at once.
Tektites are the jumpy spider things from Legend of Zelda. In Ocarina of Time, they're the things that were like water striders.
Okay.
I'll put it in the Roll20 tat.
If I wanted to make an EMP.
Uh-huh.
How would I go about that?
Go to another
Elder
universe.
Jeff kind of silences everyone with a wave of his hand, and he says, I will discuss this later. Until I have come to a decision about what to do with them. These three, and he points at Eruna, Zulta, and Kess. Put them in a house under guard. They are not allowed to leave. But this one goes to the dungeon. And he points at Pierre.
Cool.
So the guards start moving you guys forcefully.
Rude.
Hey, just real quick, don't kill him without letting us know first. Thanks.
Or like letting us know.
Corin goes, oh, I don't think he'd do that. That'd be kind of rude. Like,
Okay,
he'd give you guys a chance to, you know, say goodbye. And there's a good chance that since you were traveling with him, he may just lump you all into one group and kill you all at the same time.
That makes sense. But when he said trial, I was a little worried that it might be like a trial and not an actual trial. So.
Oh no, he'll go on. He'll be judged, and then they'll decide what the best thing to do with him will be.
Okay. Well, good to know. Hey, where is the prison, by the way? Is there visiting hours?
There is, but not for people like him.
Oh, what? Okay. What are people like him?
War criminals. They don't get visitation hours.
Oh,
Not like Rito. Like we, for the most part, we liked Rito until they all died.
well, okay.
Cool.
So they start moving you guys out, and as you get out of the elders' chambers, they start taking you actually towards the house that you used to live in, or the cave that you used to live in, Eruna, and you see them taking Pierre in the opposite direction.
Can I keep eyes on where they're taking Pierre until he's out of sight?
Yeah. You guys didn't have like a prison or anything like that, but you did have a more fortified area that was kind of used like a kind of fallout shelter type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it looks like they're making a beeline for that.
Okay.
Putting two and two together, you're like, oh, that must be
That'd be
the
four.
dungeon here.
It's where I tested some of my more high yield experiments.
Yeah, it was thick walls reinforced with, metal and stuff like that. You got in trouble a couple of times because you broke parts of it. They had to get fixed.
That's right.
So cool. You guys kind of get separated, and we'll start with Eruna, Zulta, and Kess. You guys are in a relatively, nice sized room. It's about 20 feet by 20 feet, and it's got a couple other rooms off of it. There's not a whole lot of furniture in it, but you do see one of the rooms has a very rock-like bed. And there seems another room seems to be a kitchen, and where there's various rocks still there, seeing as they don't really go bad.
Hey, you guys see that? You want to see that something cool over here? That's where my room was. It looks really different here because apparently I never survived, but that's where I lived. Also, I used to live in this house.
Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
You want to rock?
If I wanted to make an EMP.
We have started her on this path.
No, I will prove to them that technology
She mashes
is useful.
the two guardian heads together.
Well, you have a piece of one of those tektites that you were studying the entire time. They're steam powered, so EMP wouldn't really work.
Oh.
However, because they're steam powered, you get the feeling that cold would probably have more of an effect on them than
Hey, Zolta. Do you
Yes.
can you just do electricity, or can you do like some icy shit too?
I have never tried to do icy shit. Great
Zulta,
question.
I don't literally mean shit ice. I should make that clear.
But that would be cool too.
Zulta,
Either of these meetings, I've never tried.
there are there were mages among your people that could control more than just the natural inborn electricity. You never learned that particular skill, unfortunately. The electricity you control isn't magic, it's biological. So the life drain stuff, that's a form of magic. But
Between what I have with wires and stuff, is there a way I could rig a giant air conditioner?
Not really.
Dang it.
That's a little bit. You don't have anything that could act as a condenser.
Here's a question. Say I have water in front of me
Mhm.
and I drain its energy. So then the molecules are moving slower and it becomes ice.
You drain life energy, not
Okay.
kinetic energy. So
You know, there's an argument here for both.
I'm sorry to tell you that water
We
is
can
not
conflate
alive.
the two.
as you
I
have already
protest.
found out, life energy is a very specific type of energy, and you've already used your life drain to sense life energy, and kinetic energy and stuff like that doesn't even show up on your radar.
Yeah, Cass, I think I can't make ice.
Okay.
Hey,
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna figure something out. I just
Hey.
sit down with like all my pieces and start.
hey, GM. What are the chances that
Yes,
the house
player?
I grew up in had an alternative exit, unknowns to anyone who didn't live there?
Not all that great, especially since this isn't the exact house you grew up in.
Right.
It's missing your room.
Wait, it is? I just pointed it out.
Yeah, no, that was your parents' room.
Oh, okay. We'll say I said that.
They
then.
would have. What generally happens with Goron houses, because it's underground, is when they need, when they have a kid or something like that, or they need another room, they dig it out.
Okay.
Because you weren't alive long enough for them to do that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Again, from the timeline, it's looking like you died shortly after you were born. Within like 3 to 6 months.
Yeah, sure.
You were born literally right before the calamity, so.
Yeah. How long does that normally take to carve out a room?
Maybe a few days, depending on with your family's proclivity to bombs and things like that. They probably could have had it done in a few hours.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. All right. Separate thing of logic here. They're steam powered, which means they're emitting a lot of heat. They're emitting vapor, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so vapor is very tiny particles of water. Very tiny particles of water do not react well to electricity.
Yes and no. They conduct it.
Yes, but what would happen if you use that to overpower and, say, overheat a boiler?
Kind of already saw that because Zulta went on a lightning bolt spree against the tektites when you guys are fleeing them.
I heard them.
They kind of blow up.
Okay, so here's the thing. What if we show them through technology and the Trifork?
Oh, right, we still have that thing.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Of course we still have that thing.
And no one decided to bring that up.
No, because look at how he reacted to just a broken piece of a fucking guardian.
That's true.
I hate small-minded people. Anyway, so what if we take the Trifork and we just like kill a bunch of tektites for them?
Didn't we try that last time?
I mean, we did kill a bunch.
Unfortunately,
There were just
Pierre,
even more.
you're not with them, so.
Well, no, I'm just saying that like to try to help, so I have nothing to do until we switch to Pierre.
Yeah.
We have the Trifork then?
We do. Pulls out the Trifork.
No, did we have it then when we tried last time?
Yeah, but you guys were basically facing a flood of tektites, and your kind of goal was to just get away from them. So you didn't during the fight last session, you didn't pull out the Trifork. Zulta just zapped a few.
Okay.
Aruna burned a few, and Pierre did his.
If we could, in theory, clean that out a bit for them.
There were just the ones that you saw. There were hundreds of them, and you could hear many more. You don't think Zulta, like when you guys were fighting it, you were fighting a losing battle, and running away was the only way to survive.
Surviving.
Okay. All right. Fine. All right.
It's a little bit unless you guys come up with something
Could I hack them?
She is
They're
trying.
again, they're a little bit different than the tech that you have been studying because they're not powered.
But if everything is
entirely by
steam
magic.
powered here, at some point, somehow Ganon basically hacked it, which means it is possible.
Yeah, it's theoretically possible. You would need something to practice on. Is your only issue. You have a leg is all you have. So the more important parts of it would be contained in the body, and you just don't have that. You don't have that piece right now.
I think Ganon hacked him with magic too.
Well, we have a Trifork.
When in this realm, Ganon had the Triforce of courage.
I don't know that. Well,
Oh,
I
you
don't.
don't.
I don't. I don't know how he
You're
hacked him.
wrong realm.
Yeah. So it would take like, yeah, I don't know, a lot of magic. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really know how that works.
Okay, but if tektites are steam powered, which means they have to be gaining fuel somehow.
Hey, should we think about maybe how to like get Pierre out if they sentence him to die? Okay.
He's apparently very resilient.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. Voice that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But still, like the prison they took him to, I'm pretty sure that was the bunker from my Goron City. It's just a reinforced area. I used to test some big, really big bombs over there. I was actually able to damage the walls a couple times. So maybe if I like reproduce an experiment like that, but like a lot bigger, then it could get him out. But it also might kill him because it would be a really big explosion.
That is fair, Eruna.
Also, like everyone else.
I don't understand these people. Like, they're not getting anything done by hiding.
No, they're just really afraid. The Gorons where I'm from were really afraid too, but not as afraid as these Gorons.
Like, what is this whole nonsense of like, you were supposed to save us. We're trying to do everything together. No one's gonna save you. There are no heroes. We gotta band together like be a community.
I don't know what half of that
There was a
means,
lot of references there that I feel like I just missed.
but I think they feel betrayed by the Rito, and they just haven't had anyone to take it out on since they all died, and now they have someone to take it out on.
But that's the thing, right? Like he was going on about like I lost all these people because dude, they lost their entire nation.
Yeah, well, Gorons
Like
are
that's
really
like
proud.
going, hey, you spilled my tea, dude. I got stabbed.
It's not like quite like that because not one person got stabbed. A lot of people got like
Okay,
annihilated.
I need you to just go with me on this.
But
Just pretend you understand metaphors. Or
Nasty Kiss is awesome.
but they're really proud, and so they're I don't really
Proud and
know
stubborn.
what Pierre did, but also apparently that's not Pierre's name. So I think they're gonna, maybe we should ask someone what he did now that they know who he is. Can I go to the front door?
Yeah.
Is
As you do that, we're going to
Okay.
shift.
Ah, now it's me.
Pierre, you're in
Meanwhile,
a
in a
cell.
dungeon.
You have
Meanwhile.
on your wrists and on your ankles that are connected by a chain.
Okay.
Just remind
Very
And
Valjean.
they took everything off of you.
Cool.
You're naked.
You're butt naked. No, they
Yikes.
left your clothes, but they searched for any hidden things on you, and they took away your
My accordion. Okay.
And as you're sitting in there, you hear a familiar voice. I want to speak to the prisoner. I don't think that'd be like the greatest idea, because like, get out of my way. Okay, yeah, we'll be over here. Just don't do anything that'll make us have to hurt you. And you hear the cell door open behind you, and Maria comes in. And there's there's a kind kind of really heavy silence as she goes, "Is it true?"
I didn't want to tell you, but yes.
Obviously, we spent years together, and what, you thought just wasn't worth telling? Was I just too stupid?
No, that day was one of the worst days of my life.
It's the worst day of a lot of people's lives. I lost my parents that day.
Is Maria also a Rito?
She's
Hylian, I think.
Hylian.
Okay. Again, entire nation. Genocide. I'm just saying.
We tried. My team tried so hard to get everything and like take that down a second time. I was that night when we just disabled that Titan for the first time. That was it. We programmed that. We knew that at that point there wasn't a way to reprogram it. Once it was disabled, that's it. And
Obviously,
so
you were wrong, because there are 3 other Titans out there that are still walking around 20 years later.
right.
That you couldn't reprogram.
Right, because he took control of them and we didn't realize that was possible. But that night before, everyone was just having a great time. It was when I got my accordion. I've been running around since then. I've told no one. No one else knows that I'm alive. That was a fight I realized very quickly that was not capable of winning. I've lost everyone on my troops. I'm sorry about your family, but we couldn't win that. And shortly after the war ended.
I don't even know you.
I'm sorry for keeping that secret.
You talked about growing up with music and the healing power of songs, and now I find out not only are you a killer, but you led one of the death squads.
I didn't fully lie, but I was enlisted. They saw the fact that I was good at music because I did grow up in a musical household. That was true. And
just stop. I don't.
I wasn't trying to hurt people. I was trying to help. That's why I tried to come back. We can fix this.
Sure. No, that makes perfect sense. I'm gonna get out of here. I have to figure out this. And she bangs on the bars, and one of the Gorons comes back. "Oh, are you done now? That's good, because I was afraid that one of the other guards was going to come over, and I was going to have to explain why you were in there. Can you just let me out of here?" "Oh, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense." Did you have a good talk with the war criminal? Because you probably want to say goodbye now. We're not sure exactly how this is going to go, but the Elder Jeff seems to think that he's a bad guy. He doesn't seem like the worst guy in the world, but you never really can tell. Like, I've never been able to read a beak very well, so maybe I'm just not a very good judge of Rito character. I mean, the Elder seems to know a lot. And Maria has walked off at this point. He's talking to no one.
Excellent. Part of me wonders if that was a good idea, but I was like, you know what? I felt like it was a good point to just be like, all right, let's do this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So as you kind of sit in your cell, the Goron guard comes over and brings you some bread and water. Oh, this is your dinner. Normally we have slightly better dinner like rocks and like river pebbles and things like that. But I've heard that the Rito don't really eat rocks, so this is kind of the best that we've got.
Well, I appreciate that you at least got me something other than rocks. I appreciate that.
Oh, it wasn't my decision. I was told by the head of the jail that we're supposed to feed you, and if we kill you by having you eat rocks, then the elder will get mad at us. So
fair point. Let's give him the satisfaction
have a
of
good
it.
meal.
Thank you. You seem like a nice person.
I've always thought so. I wish you seemed like a nice person, but
I mean,
from
I
what it
am.
looks like, you seem like a not nice person because you got like Maria. Maria's a really, really nice person.
No, she is.
So, I mean, if she's that mad at you, you can't be that nice a person because she likes nice people and she doesn't seem to like you.
Well, I mean, I think the worst part is that there's a lot of information that I just didn't tell her. Because we were with each other for a while. We hung out a lot.
I'm really sorry, but I'm not actually supposed to talk to you. I was just giving you your bread.
Well, fine. But if anything, I was trying to help. That was what we were there for. So.
Yeah, it's not my place to say. I just guard the jail. Anyway, I'm gonna go back.
I'll let you do your job.
Enjoy your bread and water.
Thank you.
And if you want some rocks, like I have some.
Okay, I'll keep that duly noted.
Okay. He walks away, and that is where we are going to end it for today. So
I can
fun.
I can transition and not crash the stream. Part of me wonders if that was a smart choice, but I'm like, we're getting to this point.
Apparently not.
Hey,
that guy wasn't going to listen to reason no matter what.
Everybody, everything moves the plot forward, and this has moved it forward in a very interesting way. So
yep,
that's an argument.
And now you guys know.
So thank you so much to everyone that tuned in. We super love having you guys here. Just want to make another mention to Lykios. That will happen as soon as it's in a place where it won't seem forced. But I definitely see all of that.
Jody appealing to the warlord Lykios, who can send minions after us.
I have
multiple realms.
No idea what you're talking about.
Also, shout outs to one of our other viewers, Evolution Trainer Daisy. Maria is her creation.
Yes, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, Daisy's one of the most active people, at least in my chats and for Zelda Universe.
Mostly in your chat.
Yeah, but she also was our clip champ for a while. And she is super cool. So next time you see her in any other streams, I think she also frequents Amanda's streams as well. Tell her hi because she's really cool. And there's incentives to add characters to the game as well.
Maria is an NPC that was created by one of the audience. There's a few more, without giving too much information away, there are a few more that will be appearing here. A lot of people wanted to have a part of Pierre's story.
Mostly Peyton.
Yeah. So
mostly Peyton.
If you guys are interested, if you redeem the build an NPC, and you want it to have some sort of a tie to one of the characters, I'm willing to work with you on that. The only limitation I'll ever put is I'm not going to rewrite the players' backstories or put anything in that the players are not going to be okay with. So beyond that, though, we want you all to be a part of this story. So yeah, really quickly, if anyone wants to stalk you guys on the interwebs, Elias, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me at Elias Thompson on Facebook, Elias Thompson on Twitter, Elias Thompson on Instagram, Elias Thompson on Twitch, Elias Thompson on YouTube, Elias Thompson on MySpace.
Hey,
Elias
who's in
Thompson.
your top 8?
Tom and 7 other people.
Good answer.
Yeah, I haven't streamed a whole lot recently because I've been moving. But
Ooh.
yeah, just
he has assured me.
Whoa! Thank you so much for the sub, Gabby.
Pokemon
Yep.
3 just subbed.
Thanks for the sub. We always appreciate it.
Thank
He
you.
has assured me that the Cheerio boxes remain unharmed.
Cheerio boxes already moved over to the new place. That's why they're not in the background today. But yeah, and then you can see me Tuesday nights here at Zelda Universe for Let's Not Play Zelda, where we are currently playing through Super Mario Odyssey.
Which is not a Zelda game,
That's correct.
but it's a good game nonetheless.
Well,
Aaliyah, if people want to stalk you on the interwebs,
If people want to stalk me and see me right now freak out about how much writing I have left to do by Tuesday, feel free to follow me, especially on Twitter at Green Eye T-Bone, at Green Eye Trombonist, everywhere else.
Woo!
cool.
You can do
That's
this.
how
I
do that
believe in you.
quickly, Elias.
If people want to stalk you or maybe see you on this channel in a different capacity,
Oh, are you going to me and not Kiri?
yeah, I'm just following the order on my screen. So
Okay.
Kiri will be next.
Oh, okay. So yeah, hi. When I'm not in jail as a bird, apparently, you can find me on Mondays here at around 9 p.m. For my segment called Games Done Poorly. We're currently working on Twilight Princess, where I think we're doing the Midna's Lament section on Monday, which is exciting. And then you can find me on most places at Luca_Starks. That's also Twitter, Twitch, Instagram. Right now I'm doing probably my final run of the year of the Ocarina of Time randomizer, where it's just letting me suffer through the whole thing. Yes, it is my text tone.
someone died in the
Wilhelm.
background of Alex's apartment.
That would be my text tone, and yes, I like to think I'm clever. But yeah, so I'm doing that. My streams are becoming less frequent because I work in retail during the holidays. I'm going to just silence that for
I
a
was
second.
about to text you.
Silence your murders, please.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I try to be subtle, but I'm not. Yeah, because I work in the holidays in retail, it's getting worse. There won't be too many streams, but I have a lot planned for 2019, so get hyped for that. And then you can find me at youtube.com/LucasStarks without the underscore, and then alexrosberg.net. Everywhere else on lay interwebs. So.
And speaking of retail, this time of year sucks to be a retail employee. So please be kind to them.
Yeah.
all of them, but,
fun fact. Last year, someone threatened to actually drag me out of the store and beat the shit out of me. It hasn't happened yet this year, but please don't be an asshole to
It's
the people
just a
in
matter
retail.
of time.
It's
and
gonna
in
happen,
theory,
but
if people want to find you or perhaps read excerpts of your new book,
You can find me on Kiri Callaghan on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and I have a blog. But also on my Patreon, if you are interested in getting sneak peeks at chapter progress with my second book, that's going on. And also patrons are getting a daily acapella video as well right now. And yeah, more to come.
and on Twitch, she's been streaming a couple.
Oh yes, I've been
Oh,
streaming
what?
again
I
on
haven't.
my Twitch, which is Curiosity actually instead of Kiri Callaghan.
am I
And
followed
occasionally my lovely girlfriend joins me and we
They are
She goes,
adorable.
gaming.
I don't know
and-
why I hadn't followed you. I just followed
Sometimes
you.
I forget
I
that
don't
she
stop
wears
me.
pointy
So
hair.
and then obviously I'm Trainer Jody everywhere. I'm doing what's called Daily December. So I release a video on my YouTube channel for every day in December.
Which
I'm-
is
Wow,
not
I'm
easy.
impressive. I'm
That-
No,
impressed
it's
by
not.
that.
No,
That's
it's
so
not.
fucking
This is,
hard.
I believe my fourth or fifth year doing it. So
That is so unbelievably difficult. So I
it's interesting.
Yeah, I applied.
I'm a few days behind because of health issues, but yeah, I'm catching up. The last thing I want to say, there's some friends of the channel called Hyper RPG. We've mentioned them before. They've recently been put in a really, really rough spot where they have to relocate from their current studio house that they live in to somewhere completely different. And because of that, they have been put into some difficult financial situations. So if you guys could, please head over to twitch.tv/hyper_RPG. And at the bare minimum, just follow the channel. If you can afford to subscribe or you can afford to, donate, their entire community is rallying behind them to get them the money they need to be able to move and to keep the company itself afloat. They create all this amazing RPG content and just a bunch of other stuff. Tomorrow, and I don't know the start date. We have one of the mods here, Ilea. Do you know when Hyperdrive starts?
Because of my final papers and everything,
Gotcha.
I don't.
No, that's fine.
But really quickly, it's no underscore for their Twitch channel.
Oh, sorry.
It's an underscore
for
their
Twitter.
Twitter.
But yeah,
okay,
send
so
them
sorry,
some
it's
love.
twitch.tv/hyperrpg for Twitch. Their Twitter is hyper_RPG.
But yeah, go
anyway,
support them.
Thank you, Blondie. So yeah, please support them. Tomorrow is their monthly hyperdrive where they do like 12 hours basically of content. And this month is going to be kind of different because again, the situation they've been put in, they've had to change up what they're doing for a little bit, and it should be really cool. Like I said, I'm a huge supporter of them. Ilea mods for them. They're great, and they've always been nice to us. Yes, please support them if you can. Beyond that, thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time. All right, bye.
Goodbye.